Mr. President, I am Reverend Father Teresito L. Suganov, the Vicar General of the Prelature of St. Mary in Marawi of the Roman Catholic Church. Mr. President, I was taken as a prisoner of war together with one MSU female professor of the Mindanao State University, 2 lady church worker, 2 male teachers of the Dansalan College Foundation Incorporated, and 5 female teachers of the Dansalan College Foundation Incorporated. Along with us are about 200 carpenters, household helpers, children, and youth, and ordinary Christian settlers and other surviving tribes with us as captives, as prisoners of war. Mr. President, we are in the midst of this war. We are asking your help to please give what your enemies are asking for. They simply are not asking for anything, just to withdraw your forces away from Lanao del Sur and Marawi City, and to stop the airstrikes, your air attacks, and to stop the canyons. Mr. President, from our heart, please consider us. You know, it's hard, Mr. President. From time to time, we hear bursts of gunfire from the ground of your enemies, heavy firearms from your side. It's hard. And Mr. President, they do not ask for anything. They just ask that you leave this place peacefully. Do not give so much attacks. The city in my background is ruined like this. And Mr. President, if you are in our place, you will really consider us, because you hear the outburst of gunfires and everything, bombs, canyons. Within us, we are victims. And Mr. President, if they have the good heart for us, considering, Mr. President, the about 240 prisoners of war, we're asking your good heart, please consider us. We want to live another day, want to live another month, want to live few years, and in your generosity, Mr. President, in your heart, we know you can make something. They do not ask anything, Mr. President. After all, this is their place. Give them the time. And Mr. President, we are asking from your heart, do not use violence, because your enemies, they are ready to die for their religion. They are ready to die that their laws will be followed in this place. Mr. President, you are from Mindanao. You know the conflict in Mindanao. You know the problem in Mindanao. I hope, Mr. President, you understand them. I am also saying these things, Mr. President, because you know the history. They have the right to live here. They have the right that their laws be respected. And Mr. President, you cannot use force and violence, because they have the commitment. They will die for this. They are ready to die for this. And so, Mr. President, we ask you, please consider us. Consider us. We are in the midst of war. We are victims. Do not be happy, Mr. President, that we are the collateral damage of war. We are already victims of heavy gunfires for 7 days. Mr. President, if you want me to kneel before you, just to knock your heart in favor of our families who are crying out there in our different places, and for our relatives, and for those other 240, Mr. President, we will do that. So, Mr. President, we're asking you considerations.
Nanawagan ang Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines o CBCP para sa kalayaan ng paring bihag ng Maute Group sa Marawi City. Ayon kay Cotabato Archbishop Orlando Quevedo, kanilang ipinagdarasal ang kaligtasan at kalayaan ni Father Teresito Chito Suganob at ng iba pang bihag ng Maute. Umapela din si Quevedo at mga kapwa niya obispo sa Mindanao na ipanalangin ang mga nasawi sa nagpapatuloy na bakbakan ng militar at Maute sa Marawi. Kasabay nito, kinundina ng mga obispo ang pag-aasik ng karahasan ng mga terorista sa Mindanao. Iginit ng mga ito na sinisira ng terorismo ang magandang ugnayan ng mga taong may iba-ibang paniniwala at pananampalataya at lumilikha rin ito ng kulturang puno ng puot at karahasan.
Mr. President, I am Reverend Father Teresito L. Suganov, the Vicar General of the Prelature of St. Mary in Marawi of the Roman Catholic Church. Mr. President, I was taken as a prisoner of war together with one MSU female professor of the Mindanao State University, 2 lady church worker, 2 male teachers of the Dansalan College Foundation Incorporated, and 5 female teachers of the Dansalan College Foundation Incorporated. Along with us are about 200 carpenters, household helpers, children, and youth, and ordinary Christian settlers and other surviving tribes with us as captives, as prisoners of war. Mr. President, we are in the midst of this war. We are asking your help to please give what your enemies are asking for. They simply are not asking for anything, just to withdraw your forces away from Lanao del Sur and Marawi City, and to stop the airstrikes, your air attacks, and to stop the canyons. Mr. President, from our heart, please consider us. You know, it's hard, Mr. President. From time to time, we hear burst of gunfire from the ground of your enemies, heavy firearms from your side. It's hard. And Mr. President, they do not ask for anything. They just ask that you leave this place peacefully. Do not give so much attacks. The city in my background is ruined like this. And Mr. President, if you are in our place, you will really consider us, because you hear the outburst of gunfires and everything, bombs, canyons. Within us, we are victims. And Mr. President, if they have the good heart for us, considering, Mr. President, the about 240 prisoners of war, we're asking your good heart, please consider us. We want to live another day, want to live another month, want to live few years, and in your generosity, Mr. President, in your heart, we know you can make something. They do not ask anything, Mr. President. After all, this is their place. Give them the time. And Mr. President, we are asking from your heart, do not use violence, because your enemies, they are ready to die for their religion. They are ready to die that their laws will be followed in this place. Mr. President, you are from Mindanao. You know the conflict in Mindanao. You know the problem in Mindanao. I hope, Mr. President, you understand them. I am also saying these things, Mr. President, because you know the history. They have the right to live here. They have the right that their laws be respected. And Mr. President, you cannot use force and violence, because they have the commitment. They will die for this. They are ready to die for this. And so, Mr. President, we ask you, please consider us. Consider us. We are in the midst of war. We are victims. Do not be happy, Mr. President, that we are the collateral damage of war. We are already victims of heavy gunfires for 7 days. Mr. President, if You want me to kneel before you, just to knock your heart in favor of our families who are crying out there in our different places, and for our relatives, and for those other 240, Mr. President, we'll do that. So, Mr. President, we're asking you consideration.
Sa tansya ng mga nakatakas, nasa 4 na po ang iba pang hostage.
Kami, nandyan kami sa baba. Sa second floor, may mga babae na narinig namin. Teacher daw, sabi ng Maute.
Buhay pa?
Buhay pa, ma'am.
Yung may pari daw na kasama?
Mayroon daw, ma'am. Sabi pa ng kuwan, ma'am. Yung kumuha sa amin ng video.
Sa wanted list na ipinakalat ng PNP, 2 ang kinilala ng mga nakatakas na bihag na kumuha sa kanila. Ang lalaking kinilalang si Alimar Hilal daw ang nagtali sa kanila, habang ang isa naman na kinilalang si Najib ang nagtuturo sa kanila ng sasabihin at kumukuha ng video.
Ano daw ang dapat niyo sabihin?
Sabihin mo sa kang Mr. Duterte, President, na kung hindi atras ang mga sundalo dito sa Marawi, talagang pupugutan kayo ng ulo.
Nasa 10 hanggang 16 na tuong gulang lang daw ang ilan sa mga nagbabantay sa kanila. Pero kahit mga bata ay wala raw silang awa pagdating sa pagpatay.
May maliliit pa, ma'am. Maliit pa. Mga 10 taon siguro. Gumana ng baril. Baby Armalite yung dala niya. O, siya yung nagpipicture sa may pinugutan na ulo.
Noong Sabado, isang bihag ang pinugutan daw sa kanilang harapan.
Maranaw, ma'am.
Pinugutan ng babae,
Lalaki.
Doon?
Oh.
Sa harapan niyo?
O, sa harapan namin, ma'am. Pinapakita sa amin kung paano puputulin yung ulo nila.
Ang iba sa kanila, nakalinya na rin daw kahapon na pupugutan.
Bawat isa namin pupugutan ng ulo. Tapos natakot na kami. Kaya lang hindi na kami pag-iisip ng mabuti na maganda para makaalis kami.
Kaya naman nakipagsapalaran na sila at tumakas habang abala ang Maute Group.
Nandun sila sa taas, ma'am. May helicopter eh. Doon kami nakakuha ng chimpo, ma'am. Tumatagak sila ng helicopter at saka eroplano. Humuhulog sila ng bomba.
So yung Maute, nasaan sila?
Nagtatagos sa
Puputukan.
mataas na building.
Puputok din.
Pero habang tumatakas, nalunod daw ang isa sa kanila habang tumatawid sa ilog.
Pagtawid namin sa ilog, di namin siya nakita, nalunod na siya. Di na niya nakaya yung kusog na agos ng alon ng tubig. Kasi 3 araw kami hindi nakakain.
Matapos matawid ang ilog, nakasalubong na raw nila ang tropa ng militar na agad tumulong sa kanila.
Ang gasoline boy na si Eddie, papatay na raw sana ng membro ng Maute na iligtas lang ng customer na Maranao.
Takot, nervyos, lahat nandoon na sa isip mo. Hindi mo na alam anong gagawin mo.
Sabi nila, Allahu Akbar. Ano ang prayer? So hindi ka mapwede maano kasi hindi mo memorize yun eh. Oo. So yung kasama namin na save namin doon sa gasoline station, hiningi namin talaga na ibigay na ninyo sa amin yan kasi papatay nila eh. Nag-action na silang bobarili.
Kumalat ang isang post sa Facebook na nag-aakusa sa mga dating mayor ng Marawi na sina Fahad Salik at Omar Ali Solitario na protektor at private army pa raw ng Maute Group sa Marawi. Nasa butig daw ang dalawa noong mapabalitang sinalakay ng mga rebelde ang bayan. Pangporma lang din daw ang winawagayway na watawat ng ISIS para mapagtakpan ang koneksyon ng grupo sa mga politiko. Natalo sa pagkagobernador si Salik noong nakarang eleksyon, habang sa bagong term bilang alkalde naman si Solitario. Kabilang sila sa drug list ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, pero nag-report ang dalawa sa palasyo para itanggi ang paratang. Kasama pa raw ni Salik sa palasyo ang asawang si Rasmia na pinsan ng Maute Brothers.